Hi, my name's Chuck Baldwin. I have been creating audio, video, and multimedia content since the fourth grade and before. I have a degree in journalism and mass media with a heavy slant on radio and television production, and I have a bachelor's degree in digital media arts management. I started in radio in 1978 as a radio announcer and programmer of music. I have also worked all three drive times, evening, afternoon, and morning drives. I've produced 2 one-hour news blocks and simulcast both AM and FM radio stations on 8-hour shifts. After working in radio, I moved to Florida and pursued my associate's degree in journalism and mass media. I then moved to the local PBS television affiliate, which is WJCT Channel 7 in Jacksonville. At WJCT, I started on the production crew, painting the floors of the studio and learning how to gaff the audio and setting up sets, and then I progressed to being a camera operator. We broadcast live Common Council meetings, and I was fortunate to see the start of the Jacksonville Jaguars football franchise at that time. I also worked on a special project that was a closed-circuit television broadcast for the United States Postal Service and was the #1 shooter on a political talk show called The Polecats that discussed the local political scene and business scene. At WJCT, I had a number of enjoyable experiences. I was in a position to interview David Sanborn and Willie Nelson, for example. I did field trips to various locations around town to interview people and had the opportunity to work from some rather interesting locations, like the top of the stadium roof at what was then called Alltel Stadium. After WJCT, I worked as a commercial editor for AT&T Broadband, which later became known as Comcast in the area. I produced hundreds of television commercials there on nonlinear editing systems. In 2006, I moved to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and had the extraordinary opportunity to work for a group called the Santa Fe Complex, which was involved with experimental science, technology, and art projects. And while there, I had the opportunity to produce a very interesting short subject documentary video. The topic of this video was computer vision. It was very interesting because it involved some students who had written some software that allowed a projector and a camera and a piece of art to interact with each other. It involved the projector placing an image on the sculpture, and then the camera would pick up when something interfered with the image that was laid over the sculpture. By doing this, you had a gesture-active piece of sculpture, and when you moved your hands over the sculpture, it would react by playing different kinds of music in different parts of the sculpture. This was a really interesting piece because shortly after I loaded this up to my website for viewing, I notified these students, and about 15 minutes later, I received an email from my internet service provider that was hosting my website stating they had to move my website because it had received so many hits. The server it was on couldn't handle it, so they had to move it to a more robust server. That was interesting because it was the first time that I saw the effect of a viral video and how you could capture an audience with content that meant something to them. After the creation of that video, the economy was starting to go bad. It was about 2007, and in 2008, I decided to return home to Corning, New York. I went back to school. I earned my bachelor's degree at Empire State College. The degree is in digital media arts management, and I became interested in photography and started taking photographs. I've shot over 10,000 photographs at this point, and I still keep shooting. My online portfolio is at 500px.com. I've learned a lot over the years, and I continue to learn more every day. Everything is changing at a very quick pace, and I like learning, and I look forward to it. And I look forward to working for you. Thanks for your time.